All right, guys and gals, today we are in Tupelo, Mississippi at the birthplace of Elvis Aaron Presley. So, let's go check it out and see what it's about. Here is Elvis at 13. Pretty cool. I see a crown. I see a crown. Guys, what's really cool is I wasn't supposed to film inside of Elvis's birthplace house, but I told the lady about, what I'm doing with A Life Worth Finding, and she was totally into it, and she actually let me, which is pretty cool. So I got her permission to film the inside. It's pretty awesome. So this is it. This is where Elvis Presley was born, in this little 2-bedroom shotgun shack, they're called. It's kind of pretty cool. I was just inside the house that Elvis used to walk around in as a little kid. The house that he learned to walk in. He used to probably play and go in and out of that door hundreds of times back in the day. This is obviously before he was famous and his family was extremely poor. Let's go take a look inside. Okay guys, we're with Sarah. She is going to be our lovely tour guide of the birthplace of Elvis Presley. She's going to tell us about this. You're on, Sarah.
All right. Well, now, this house was built right here in 1934. This house was built by Elvis's dad and his granddad. Now, Vernon, Elvis's dad, borrowed a whole $180 and built this house. It's 2 rooms, 450 square feet, about the size of my garage or something. That had no electricity now. We do today, but they did not have electricity. They had the oil lamps on the mantle there. They had no running water. They had an outhouse. They had a well up on the hill there. They shared with the neighbors. And they only lived in this house 4 years because the payments were never made on it. Vernon never paid the $180 back. So after 4 years, the house was repossessed. And they had to move in with family. Now, they lived with Vernon's parents for a while Vernon was in prison. Now, Vernon had to go to prison, and it was because a man bought a pig from him for $4. Vernon wanted to make a little money, so he added a 0 to the 4 and cashed it for $40. So he went to prison for a while. After he got out of prison, they had lost this house, so they just lived in rental houses here in Tupelo, right in this area, for the next 10 years before they moved to Memphis. Now, when they moved to Memphis in 1948, they sold everything they had, went in an old car up there, and lived there for a while. And only 8 years later, Elvis came back, did a big concert for the city of Tupelo. Left here without a penny, came back, was making it big, was very popular, had money, and did a concert for the city. And then the next year he came back and did another concert. Donated all the money to the city of Tupelo from the concert and asked them, would they please buy this house and preserve it? And they did. The city bought the house, and it's still sitting here today. Has a park built around it like Elvis asked. Took years to get all that started. He also asked for a chapel to be built here, which the fans built the chapel, sent the money, fan clubs and fans, and we have a chapel that plays Elvis gospel 24/7.
That is absolutely amazing. This right here was Elvis Presley's childhood church that was moved to this museum location. This is a 39 Plymouth. This is the car that Vernon Presley packed all the family belongings in and took his wife and son to Memphis in. This isn't the actual car, but the same year and model. I watched this documentary with my dad where we had learned that Elvis had a fascination with comic books and the heroes that were in comic books. And all those heroes, they had capes and belts, kind of like what he ended up adopting. So I always get like a chuckle out of that, seeing the cape and the belt and the jumpsuit, because it is like, like a superhero type of thing.